This ramen is so good. This is so weird. I haven't recorded on this camera in so long. So today I am home. I wonder if you can see that my hands are blue. My hands are blue. My head is blue. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I just got out of the shower. Today's my 6th day being in quarantine. Today is the 6th day that I'm inside. I just dyed my hair a little bit at the top, not too much, and I don't have any gloves. I think I do actually, but like I want to save them in case I absolutely need them, so I just put a little tiny bit of dye at the top. But today, what I would like to do is I want to bring you into my kitchen. I want to make some vegan food together. I know that we don't have a lot right now. I mean, maybe we do have a lot for those of us who have stocked up. I didn't stock up that much. I did stock up on like some stuff. I have enough food to get me through probably a month. But it doesn't mean I have like stuff that I necessarily want to eat for a month. But anyway, I'm going to be making some ramen today. It's just packaged ramen, but I'm gonna spice it up a little bit and add some stuff to it and show you guys how I do that. And also, you guys can use like whatever you have. You don't have to like worry about going out and getting the same ingredients that I'm using. Literally just use what you have in your fridge. I'm using what I was able to have access to when I stocked up. My kitchen is not the most ideal place to film in. There's not a lot of light, and I just broke my ring light the other day, which is a bummer. It like couldn't have happened at a worse time on like right before I went into like self-quarantine. Like I can't really order another bulb for it because they're out of stock, but I'm going to do that eventually. I just don't have any lights right now, and honestly, A, I can't afford it, and B, like you can't really get anything right now unless it's like essential. Like you can order stuff, but I believe that most companies, as in California, as of yesterday, if it's not essential, basically they are shutting down. Now I do have to give credit where credit is due, and I did see this type of recipe. I was watching YouTube and one of Cheap Lazy Vegan's ramen recipes showed up on my TV, and I watched it and I decided to try it myself, and I think it came out pretty darn good. Honestly, I don't think that I used like the same kind of techniques that she did, because I was like kind of half watching her video, but it did inspire me to create some pretty freaking good ramen, and I hope that this inspires you to create some really freaking good ramen. So I'm using this ramen noodle packet. It looks like it's from the company called Soon. I don't know if that's a company or if that's a company, but it is certified vegan, so that's awesome. I'm gonna use half of these trumpet mushrooms. Now these are really cheap at the Korean market that I go to, so I did stock up on a couple of these before my quarantine. These mushrooms are also super cheap as well at the Korean market, so I decided to stock up on them as well before going into my quarantine. So the first thing I want to do, wash my hands. Even though I just washed them not that long ago, we need to have clean hands. I'm just cleaning these off with a damp paper towel. These have also been in my fridge for like a few days, so I'm not necessarily worried about them having anything on them, and they were in packaging already, so they should be pretty fine. I actually saw Alexa from Alexa Fueled Naturally. She cleaned the mushrooms that way. I can't remember if she used a dry or a damp paper towel, but I figured that I would do it that way so I don't ruin the mushrooms. But I'm just going to cut the mushroom in half like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think this is called scoring, where you just, I'll show you guys exactly how these are being cut close up. So we want to do like a zigzag pattern like that. I prefer to cut off the ends a little bit as well. Just do this with the rest of the mushrooms. So what I did here is I preheated my pan and I added some oil, and now I'm just going to add these mushrooms on high heat. This is the first thing you want to cook because they take a long time to brown. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my maitakes, and I did rinse them, and I am just going to cut off the ends like that. And then these are really easy to use. Let's get this out of the way. And then I just break them up. Toss these ones. At this point, these have been cooking for a few minutes now, so I just reduced the heat. Now I'm going to add the maitakes. Now these mushrooms, I want them to be nice and brown, so I'm going to wait quite a few minutes before turning them. Alright, so next I have some kale, and what I did is I just rinsed it really well, and now I'm going to pick off the parts that are not good, but essentially I'm just going to take them kind of like in pieces like this and then set them aside. And now while our mushrooms are cooking, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna add them to the mushrooms. The mushrooms do reduce in size quite a bit. Alright, I think it's been a long enough time. I'm going to flip over the mushrooms. They look nice and brown. And you can always flip them over later if you feel like they're not brown enough. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna give the mushrooms a lot of flavor. It's gonna give the soup a lot of flavor. This is way easier when you are not filming. So just gonna leave this do its thing for another few minutes. This is extra firm tofu that I've been using throughout the week to add to different vegetables. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and cut it up into little squares. Cooking the kale, sauteing it is also going to give it a nice flavor because essentially we are browning it as well. I'm gonna flip the trumpet mushrooms back over. Look at how nice and brown those are. And gonna get these a little bit more browning. Alright, I'm just crushing up some fresh garlic. Gonna chop it up, then add it to the pot during the final stages of cooking to give it the most flavor. At least that's what I hear. I'm not very good at cutting things. Okay. It's good enough. I'm just adding this to the pan. Alright, so we're in the final stages of making this ramen. So I'm just going to add water to the pan. Gonna take the ramen from the package and then add this into the water. I'm also going to add the veggies that were in the packet and of course the soup base. This is like essential. Now as this is cooking, I'm just gonna flip the noodles over and then try to break it up a little bit as it cooks so it can cook a little bit more evenly. And then I might have to add a little bit more water. Just, you know, keep an eye on it, eyeball it. I don't like my soup, well, my ramens to be like really watery, so I start with a little bit and then add more as I go. So this is what the ramen noodles should be looking like. I'm going to wait a few more minutes and just kind of soak them into the water so they can get nice and soft. Alright guys, so we are looking pretty good here. The noodles are done. If you can't tell when they're done, I just kind of tried one. But oh my god, I'm so excited. want it to look prettier, you can put the mushrooms right on top. Yum. Look how good that looks. It smells so good too. Alright guys, so here we have it. Here's my easy peasy cheap ramen. You can use anything. You can use any kind of ramen that you find. I know that the one that I showed is like pretty easy to find in stores. The other kind of ramen is the soy sauce flavor that is vegan as well. I'll show you guys. This top ramen one in the soy sauce flavor. This one is vegan as well, and I picked up a couple of these like last week. So you can use canned veggies, frozen veggies, and just like cook them up a little bit. You could use corn, peas. You could put some, what would be really good would be some green onions, but I don't have any right now. Maybe some like capers on top. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat this. I have been really taking this opportunity of social distancing, quarantine, to focus on not only like myself, but it's been really nice to like just stay home, cook for myself, getting in the shower every day, washing my hair, dyeing my hair, and like watching YouTube and stuff. That's been keeping my mind off of the big picture right now, because I'm definitely getting like a lot of anxiety. So it's been really nice to just kind of stay home and take care of myself, and I hope that you guys are doing the same. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this type of video. It's not necessarily the most professional setup or anything. This is my first attempt at doing like a cooking video, and I don't have the best equipment, so thank you guys for supporting me, and I hope you did enjoy this video. If you want to see more cooking videos, please give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe and leave me a comment. Tell me how you guys are doing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Oh my god. This ramen is so good. Wow.